ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again as well. Each year, AIDS Walk selects a Grand Marshal to be the symbolic leader of the walk. This year, marking a quarter century of AIDS Walk, 3 decades of the HIV/AIDS epidemic, we have 3 Grand Marshals, all of whom were here for the very first walk back in 1987. City Councilmember Jim Graham was Executive Director of Whitman Walker from 1984 through 1998. He helped guide it through some of the darkest days of the HIV/AIDS epidemic and created services that still exist to this day. Also, Joe Izzo, a psychotherapist at Whitman Walker since 1986. Joe has walked in every single AIDS Walk Washington. And finally, Marty Jones. Marty was an Army nurse in 1987 when she brought her 2 children to walk in that very first AIDS Walk, and today she has brought them to walk once again. They're not so little anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, to speak on behalf of the 3 Grand Marshals, would you now please welcome Councilmember Jim Graham.
All right, is this a perfect day or what? Is this a perfect day to remember? Is this a perfect day to assert and be visible and to say that we care about people living with AIDS and we care about stopping the spread of this disease? This is a perfect day. Now, in all the years that have passed since the first AIDS Walk, a lot has happened. And when I think back to that first walk, I think of the fact there was no federal money for services. There was no federal money for supporting people with AIDS. There was very little prevention dollars. We were grateful for the support of the DC government, which had been funding services since 1983. But the federal government was absent and unaccounted for. In that time, a diagnosis of HIV/AIDS felt very much like a death sentence. HIV testing had just begun to occur. The first tests were performed at Whitman Walker Clinic, and there was a great stigma attached to the disease. People were afraid, they were nervous, and they were ashamed. And so the AIDS Walk was a key event because it said to everybody, we are going to be seen. We are going to step out. We're going to demand what we need in order to deal with this disease and protect others who don't have it. And so the AIDS Walk was important to raise money, but it was also important as a visible statement of concern and appreciation. And so today, as we gather together, that same purpose holds. We are saying, are we not? We care about people with AIDS. We care about those who are not infected. We want to make sure they don't become infected. And that's why we've gathered here today with our souls, with our feet, and with our money. And I thank each and every one of you for doing this. Thank you all. It's a great day for HIV/AIDS in the DC area. Thank you.